Good afternoon, Vietnam. Hello, everybody. We're at 580 right now. We're actually recovering. Believe it or not, we're actually recovering quite nicely here. And a lot of people are probably wondering about the title. Buy the dip now. We're at 5, right? Christian, my friend, is saying, hey, one thing I was thinking about just earlier was how close we are to earnings. And we're literally, what, 16 days away. And of course, I can be wrong on the earnings, but if I'm right, if I'm not wrong, if I am right, you guys have to determine when you're going to buy the dip, right? I did buy the dip today a little bit, all right? A lot of you are like, Brandon, what? You said you probably weren't going to buy any earlier, right? I did buy another 50 shares at 5. I'll show you guys the order here in a second, but here's the thing. If I'm right about this, if I'm right about earnings, and we really do get 4 million, we're not going to see these prices again. So that's kind of that. And also, what we're seeing right now is the Fed. If you're right, maybe my girlfriend won't leave me alone. Oh man! Right now, this is looking like a nice, sweet ass cup and handle, baby. I mean, that's as simple as it gets. This is looking like cup and handle. We'll see if it pans out, obviously. But we have catalysts. We have good news. We have the Medicare thing coming out. We have this. I'm excited for this presentation. Usually, I don't get my hopes up whatsoever for the presentations. This time, I'm making a little bit of an exception because, I mean, look at it. I mean, this is something that we have not has seen before. 10 hospitals, 10 universities, institutions presenting the Sapphire and about their results with object genome mapping. Essentially, they're going to be acting as salesmen for us. So, if you're right, maybe I'll get my X back. Oh man, guys, we're gonna see. I hope everybody is gonna join us for the live stream because I am. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really fun time. And right when the revenue comes out, it's gonna be insane. I hope we're right. I think you guys have seen the evidence. I've given you my case. I bought here. I'll show you the order now. That's what everyone wants to see, right, Brandon? Come on, Brandon. Here it is. So I've got what? Okay, so I think it's 52 shares in total. My average price is probably like 565 or 566 because this is only 2 shares. So it's really like 564 is my average. And those and the additions that I made today. And we could easily go lower, right? We could easily go lower. My philosophy is this. If we continue going down, I'm just going to continue to accumulate as many as I can. I'm going to try to get as many shares as possible before we start running. And it's my opinion that it's only a matter of time, right? The thumbnail is always BNGO Moon. It's only a matter of time. I believe that. And I think the revenue is going, and the sales is what's going to force that. I don't know if it's going to be Q2. I do think Q2 is going to be pretty kick-ass, but I don't know precisely when. But the sales and the product is why we're going to do well. So, yeah, man. Possible partnership with CRSPR down the road. Yes. I don't know about a partnership. I can see them if they're a gene editing company. They do. I'm pretty sure they do more than that. To my knowledge, I'm not an expert on them though. But I'll say that if they do gene editing, like you say, they have a lot of reason to use the Sapphire, and the reason is because when you're gene editing, of course, Sapphire, you're not going to use that for actually adding in the genes and editing them, but you're going to use this. You're going to need to know what to edit in the first place, right? What do you actually need to remove and add and mitigate and augment, right? This short to amplify, what to make bigger, what to make smaller. You need, and the Sapphire is how you do that. With the greater than 500 base pairs of DNA, you're gonna have to use the Sapphire. There's nothing else you can use unless you want to lose money, right? That's as simple as it gets. That's like using uranium instead of thorium, right? All right, we know where BNGO is going long term. The real question is pizza or barbecue for dinner. Screw that. Go with some wings. Wings. When's Q2 earnings? Q2 earnings is looking like it's going to be August 13th, my friends. 13th of August. Yeah. Yes. Yes, sirs. Yes, sir and ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right. NASDAQ dumped past 2 days, but we held strong. Well, it's relatively strong, right? We're down. What are we down today? 1%? 1.5%? Yeah, we're down about 1% right now. 581. We're actually looking. I mean, this chart is actually, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to get, at the end of the day, remember, stop price, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we go to 5 or 4 or 7 or 8 before earnings. I don't think it, I don't know for sure if it should matter for the valuation, whether, if it should affect where we go after earnings. I don't think it's going to affect us that much because it's like, well, right now the speculation and the value right now is just what everyone thinks the company is. No one has an idea. Once earnings comes in, we'll get the concrete idea. The stop price will be whatever the details are of earnings, right? If it's 5 million or 4 million in revenue, Okay, sea of 5s, hello 7s, or 8s, or 9s even, right? All it takes is a little bit of a nano-nozzle innovation or applications of Sapphire, something that they say, they get people believing like me that this nano-nozzle is coming, we're off to the fucking races. Simple as it gets. This is what people don't understand. Also, you have to factor in that these sales, that when you have the best product in the world at something, a whole market that has thousands of freaking customers and clients, potential, I should say, thousands of people that want and use a similar service or product in that same field that we have the best one in, and we haven't already got the sales, and we only have 100 Sapphires installed, you know that it's pretty much, you pretty much know that it's only a matter of time till we get a ton of sales. I mean, that's pretty much it. You're losing money if you don't use the Sapphire. That's essentially proven. I would say that's proven. I mean, that's what the company says. That's what the freaking studies say. That's what the publications, that's what everything says. Simple as it gets. What's the short interest at today? The short interest is decreasing a lot. And I don't want to freak you guys out, right? You guys always know I try to give you both sides, although some people don't think I do. But I would say I don't like this. I wish this was actually going up. And the fact is it's actually gone down a lot, right? We used to have like 23%, 22% of the flow shorted. Now we only have 15% according to Ortex data. This is only what's reported. It could be wrong. It could be way higher than this, but this is what we're working with Ortex data here. So I would rather this be higher because that would explain why we've gone down so much. But instead we've seen it doesn't. At the end of the day, the short interest doesn't matter for the company, so I'm not worried about it. But short term, yeah, I'd rather that be higher than lower. But whatever, 581 right now, down 1%. Barcoding our way up to the promised land, right? Look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. Not really. This is actually really ugly, but look at that. Oh, that is quintessential barcoding right there. Exemplary barcoding. It doesn't get much better than that. Man. Let's keep it on the 5 minute to try to in attempts to forget about the barcode that's going on. All right, Howard, my friend, hello. The lady said lasagna, but I could go for some wings and an IPA. Wings, yes, wings. Don't cut your hair till $10. I'm not cutting until $15, my friends. I told you guys. I told you. All time until we get back up here. Until we get all the way back up here. That looks like a U. Until we get all the way up here, I'm not getting a haircut. And that we'll see how that goes, right? If BNGO fails, what am I going to do? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, I'll look like Gandalf, right? So, yeah, I'm serious. And I'm serious when I say that, right? I'm literally serious. I'm not getting a haircut until BNGO hits all-time highs. I'm gonna do that as long as I can. Which is theoretically forever. Which that's a scary thought, but yeah, we'll meet with that. We'll deal with that consequence if we get to it, right? But right now, the problem could be that we are focusing too strong on quarter two. The market has serious problems because they don't have a clue what's going on. It means uncertainty, therefore nothing could happen even if huge quarter two. I don't really understand that argument. I disagree with you. The market has serious problems because they don't have a clue what's going on. They never have a clue what's going on. They haven't had a clue for months. Pube's gonna keep growing until we hit 20. Don't forget, bro. Oh man, as if the hair on your head wasn't enough, my friend. Wow, you're really just that's just. You might as well do. I'm less than a mile away from something and green flash. I think that applied to the quarter one ER, Tom. All right, guys, let's go over the recap of the news today, if there's anyone new here. So the short interest data is the same, nothing to say there, right? It's decreasing slightly, right? But the news is this, right? We got the freaking, this is basically what you need to know is a couple things here. And we haven't even gone through the quotes yet. Actually, I don't even think we did that in the last stream because there's nothing super memorable here, but it's, it's a Eric. He's saying what he usually says, but anyways, this is what I think is cool, right? 500 participants last year. This year, we've got, this year, that scared me. I was like, what was that? That was my water bottle sound. Did you guys hear that? Okay, anyways, that scared me. Seriously. All right, this year's event is anticipated to be even higher. So even more than 500 participants in 2021. And we've got 10 presentations. We've got 10 institute. I think some of these are the same. Are they all different? No, there's a couple. There's one repeat. There's one institution doing it twice, doing 2 presentations, and then I think that's it. So Okay, no, they're okay, 3. Wow, they're doing a lot. Wow. Okay. But they're different doctors. No. No, they're not. It's the same doctor. They worded differently, though. Okay, so anyways, we got about 7 to 8, or yeah, 7-ish institutions presenting findings here. And I haven't actually done the digging yet to see if all these guys have owned a Sapphire previously. I know a couple of them did, but that might be more Q2 sales and consumables that we might have just, that rental agreements that we might have just found out about. But of course, no one else does the research on that. We're the only ones, which is totally fine. That's why we're here. But that could be, I'm not saying that's sales for sure. Obviously, we don't know if it was in Q3, Q2. But if you find out that one of these institutions, they already have them. But these guys, for example, right here, or these guys, maybe especially these guys. I don't. Maybe these guys have a Sapphire already, but I don't know of that off the top of my head. So I'll do some research on that maybe before Q2 earnings, and then we'll be able to see. Anyways, all right, gonna send Brandon some bourbon and cigars when BNGO. Sometimes we should all party someday. Yeah, man, we will. I'm telling you, when BNGO hits 25 or 50, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out as it goes, but. Assuming BNGO does good things long term and the actual DCF model is somewhat accurate, 63% CAGR over the next few years, whatever it is, something like that. As long as the stock price keeps going up, overall upward trend in a couple years for even 1 year or 2 from now, yeah, we'll definitely do that. Any institutions. Yes, we do have new filings today. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I had it here, but I wasn't looking at it. Yeah, we have a couple new filings today. Nothing huge. We have a very small increase in institutional ownership overall. However, we do have this filing right here, this is the only interesting one. We have this. I already checked this one out. This is only 500 shares. Every single time, all of these institutions selling out completely, it's always like only a few hundred shares. You guys notice the pattern? No serious institution, or at least very few of them, are actually selling out, right? That should tell you something about their confidence. Anyways, if we look at this filing here, you're looking at 72,000 shares added on the 28th of May, to my understanding, because that's the effective date, otherwise known as the transaction date. And your average share price is $377. Don't know if that's a mistake, but anyway, they bought on May 28th. If we look at the price on May 28th, you're looking at about $6 a share, right? A little bit higher than that. We're now $577, and the fact that they're still holding 2-hour knowledge, that gives you confidence, right? Of course, these institutions, and that's the Goldman Sachs Innovate Equity ETF. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like they're picking stocks to innovate, and they're going to disrupt industries, right? It's good that we're seeing them just buy a position in us, right? Relatively speaking, right? It's effective. The file date's today. Effective date was 2 months ago, so that's good, but nothing huge. It looks like the daily candle formation is going to be a little bit of a doji here. That'd be a good reversal. That'd be a good chart pattern if we started reversing here. All right, are you invested in AMC as well? No, I'm not right now. Tell you what, I'm going to be invested in freaking LTBR pretty soon here after I research. Dude, have you guys seen this? Thank you, whoever told me about it. I was talking to my nuclear energy expert just earlier, like literally not an hour ago, or maybe, well, not 2 hours ago. And these guys are valued at $40 million. That's their market cap, and they're the only thorium reactor that does any sort of thorium work at all. That's publicly traded company, to my understanding. So, anyways, that's a different video, right? That's a different video. But don't worry, I'm not selling BNGO. I would never sell BNGO, not even for nuclear energy. Nope, I'm not selling BNGO. Absolutely not. And I did buy shares today. Full transparency, right? I did buy shares at 5. My average was 564. And 63, so right around there, yeah. And then I also added 2 shares, like at somewhere higher here. I'll show you the orders now because people probably don't believe me. Like, Brandon, you're making shit up again. Some people think I pull stuff out of my arse all the time. There's your proof, right? You know I show you the proof all the time. There you go. So 578 right now. 578. All right. I do ISWH instead. Is that nuclear energy? I'm going to check it out real quick. That better be nuclear energy. ISWH. What is this? That's OTC. That's OTC, my friend. Doesn't even have... What the heck is this? It doesn't even have a profile. And it's OTC, my friend. We can't buy this. I'm sorry, Jay. I wish we... That's the one problem with Webull. It doesn't do OTC. That's the one problem. That's the worst thing about Webull. It's a crypto. What the heck? It's a crypto... All right. What's the next catalyst? The week-long presentation and earnings report? Yes. No. And no, the bigger one, the other catalyst we had. Oh, I almost exited out of there. I'm glad I did it. All right, if we go right here, though, here we go. Let's go down here. This is the catalyst that we really have to look forward to. And this is going to come. This is either going to be nothing or this is going to be like a bang. You know what I mean? It's going to be boom. And this is the Medicare. Is the Medicare going to cover the Sapphire usage from now on? Are they going to decide to start that process or not? That's what this is going to be. And to my understanding, I don't know everything about this. Okay, I don't know everything about this. But if we were to get that, if this meeting were to go well, this would probably. It should help the price. If it's not going to help the price immediately, it's going to help us in sales in the next earnings report. So I'm excited for that. And that, along with the presentation that you just talked about right here, this is happening August 1st to 4th. And then we have earnings, which is August 13th. That's the estimated date. And I do expect it to be August 13th. That's when they're going to do it. So those are the catalysts, I would say. Stop buying the dip. You only fuel the shorts. I don't really think that's... I'm trying to get as many shares. For me, it's about getting as many shares as I can as on the way down. I'm trying to lower my average cost so I can make more money in the long term. If I'm right about the company, right, of course, if I'm wrong about the company, we're all going to fucking get killed. But if I'm right about the company, that is the best way to do it. All right. Mining and building mining machines. Their partnership is expected to bring in $200 million in revenue. The market cap's only $40 million. Whoa. That sounds good. That sounds similar to Mara, doesn't it? Bringing in a ton of miners. Couldn't join the stream this morning. What is yesterday's news? All right, so the news today is this bad boy, right? We got the Medicare thing. I'm sure you already know about that. I hope you do, unless you've been just pounding your head in the damn sand or some shit. Right, we also got this presentation. This is the PR today. We already knew about this. We already talked about this yesterday. Literally, perfect timing. I let you guys know about this, and they had it all sorted out. And now they made it official PR today. And it's almost the same thing, but we do have a couple quotes from the C-suite here, which we're going to go over in the video tonight, I'm sure. And then this thing right here is what I'm most excited about. This event, the CGC, Cancer Genomics Consortium, there's going to be more than 500 participants, and I don't know for sure. I don't know the people that are attending this by name, of course, but I do know that the people who would, just by logic, the people who are going to attend this shit and pay money for it, I think you have to pay money for this. I haven't checked, but anyways, most of the people who are going to be attending this are going to be interested in buying stuff, or at least interested in the area that we are in, which is genomics, at least, right? And this is going to be a good marketing opportunity, right? That's what we're doing. All right, 578 right now. CLSK Clean Mining. All right, how are we looking? Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, since I called this out, it's been absolutely carnage. We were down barely 1%. Now we're down almost 2%. But this was looking like a nice cup and handle. and I'm just still, I continue to jinx it. 576 right now. Yeah, high growth. Yeah, and here's the problem with today. It's a problem with this is the problem the last 5 weeks. We only move with high growth, and I have a dream. One day we will move independently of the markets. We will not move with the high growth sector. We will move by ourselves, whether that's up or down. Just not having like a super strong correlation to the damn high growth stocks and Nano Dimension and Microvision and the Nasdaq and the Russell. It's like and I'm hoping earnings is the first step in that direction to where we can start moving like CTXR did for like a couple months. Like just moves how the company, based on what people think the company's doing, not what people think the damn high growth sector is, where it's going, right? All right, this market sucks. Market is ass. I'm in for long. Yeah, I know, right? Same. All right, CFMS is a penny stock that ARK dumped 12 million in last week and had a nice run yesterday. Yeah, I keep hearing about CFMS. A lot of people like that one. I'll tell you what I'm looking at, right? We're going to be talking about this, I'm sure. This is the one I'm looking at. Nuclear energy down the line. This one's going to be... This is the only... Does anyone else know any thorium freaking nuclear reactor companies that are publicly traded? I don't know any. That's the only one that I could find. And I'm like, I don't know if it's good or not. All I know, I looked at the market cap, I looked at the website, and obviously I've been doing thorium research, and I talked to my guy on the phone, and that is the only one that's even like remotely in the category of nuclear stuff that I'm looking for. But all right, let me read some stuff here. Could be like your viewers, 75 consuming concept, but not smashing the light button. I guarantee you Sapphires are working the same way right now. Hopefully at the same 3-to-1 clip, lol. I hope so. I suppose we always party in San Diego where BNGO is located. Brennan said whenever BNGO hits 100 or 50 or 25, whatever it is, we need to go to the ARC-G parking lot and have a party there. That would be funny as hell. You. Let's check this out. I'm betting this is uranium only. Yeah, the uranium extraction company, not thorium. Yeah. Sorry, I'm very slow at reading this. I can barely see this. Yeah, it's just uranium. I'll add that to the nuclear watch list, though. I'll tell you what. And for anyone worrying that this is going to become a nuclear energy channel now, no. This is a BNGO channel, and then if there's other stocks, they are secondary. Okay, that is damn. You can be damn sure about that. All right, we've been going down with SPY going up. We can go up while SPY goes down too, right? If the market corrects, that is. I wouldn't want the market to fuck things up as we recover. There's been this weird thing with BIOL and the high growth stocks that we do better on a red day. For the markets, we actually go green. That's not the case today. Last I checked, let me see how the markets are doing now. Yeah, it's pretty much the markets have been doing the same thing the whole day. And it's, I don't think we don't want to root for a market crash, right? Although some days we do good when the market is red, although it's an inverse correlation some days, overall we don't really want the markets to crash. If you want BNGO to go up short term, the market's crashing or going down even like a couple percent is probably the last thing we want. So I think most of the time we go green when the markets are up. It's kind of an anomaly, like a black swan event, similar to that kind of. Although it happens repeatedly, but still, it's not something you want to root for. All right, damn the market. I'm sorry I bought more Monday. I swear I'm the sleep rock of BNGO. Brandon, when I first found your channel, you used to be bullish on NNDM, so what happened? Well, I am still bullish on NNDM long term. Long term, I am. Yes. I like the 3D printing space. I like the innovation that can come from it, and I think there's things that are probably in the 3D printing space that we have no idea about. That 3D printing is gonna help and innovate and make better and improve shit. However, Nano Dimension's valuation right now compared to BNGO, that's what aggravates me. I'm not necessarily bearish. I remember, guys, when I say I'm mad at Nano Dimension, I'm not. I don't think this is a bad company in any case. I just don't like that they have a higher market cap than BNGO. That's what frustrates me. Nothing. Don't mistake me for being a bear on them. All right. Yeah. 10 minutes left. The news is we got a presentation and we got Medicare maybe coming Sapphire. And we've got earnings coming up next week or on August 13th, so almost next week, right? Yeah, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, he covers BNGO because it starts with a B rather than NNDM. That's simple logic. What? Full transparency, if anyone's getting in here right now. Yeah, I added 50 shares. And, I could be I'm not saying this is the bottom necessarily. I'm not saying that, right? High growth goes down, we're going to go down with it, right? That's what I always say. And that's what always happens. If high growth does well, we go up. It's so annoying that we just match exactly what high growth is doing. One of these days, we will move independently on our own. Anyways, I did add, here, I'll show you the order right now. Again, because I'm sure people are like, Brandon, you're lying. There you go, 560, 563. So, yeah. 578, 9 minutes till the close. This did look like a pretty beautiful cup and handle for a second until we started streaming, and then we went from 580 to 576 right there. But who cares if we're barcoding? If we're barcoding up, let's go, right? Barcode all the way up to the promised land. We'll take it. Down about 1.5% right now. High growth always recovers due to the fact that value will be more transparent in the future. I think a lot of high growth stuff is undervalued right now. I think there's so many people that are scared that think high growth has no value now. And yes, there was some pumpage and some hype and some excitement that was a little bit too much earlier in the February days. We've corrected since then, and a lot of these companies have gotten way better, and they keep going down. High growth cannot continue to get decimated like it is, or at least realistically, I don't think it can for very much longer. 5,000 shares just bought 578 right there. And we do have the Fed speaking tomorrow. JP is going to be speaking tomorrow at, let's see what the time is. 2:30 Eastern time, looks like. Yeah, 2:30 Eastern time. And this is one of the reasons why the market might be down today. That's what everyone's thinking. Look at that carnage. most of these things have recovered a little bit since 12 since noon and 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. I mean, not 10 p.m. If you look at the spark lines, everything's kind of going down at the open, finding their low, slowly recovering throughout the rest of the day. On the bright side today, right? Also, look at the volume today. I think today is going to be the worst volume the entire year, actually, maybe. Hold on, let me see. We'll see if we get a huge volume spike here, but I think this is going to be the worst day for volume. Okay, no, 6 million is what we got. We keep setting new records for the worst volume for the entire year. We keep setting a record like every freaking day. But on the bright side, as I was saying, you might be wondering that's not a good thing, Brandon. What were you talking about? On the bright side, we have we're outperforming nano dimension and microvision. So yeah, you got on days like these, you got to look for the bright spots in weird places. Do you expect JP Star to cause carnage as he always does? No, I don't really, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, I'm sure. I don't know. I mean, I always say, I've said this the last few months. I said the same thing when we used to cover JP more, or at least talk about it more. But I think JP and those geniuses at the Fed, right? They really think they can control inflation and control the government spending, and they know exactly what to do. They think they can beat it. They think they can outsmart everything. Make your everyone has a different take on if it's the right option for the government to be spending this much and all their policies. Everyone has a different take on it, but I don't think they can keep it up. But I also don't think they're going to taper. I think they're going to continue to do it until they see like irrefutable evidence that they're idiots, right? Until they see somebody. Until they see some concrete ass proof that they're dumbasses, they're going to continue to be dumbasses. That's kind of my view, right? But please don't let me tell you what to think when it comes to the Fed, right? I'm sure you already have your opinion on if the Fed is doing the right thing or not. So I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to taper. I don't think they're going to keep. Listen to me. They're going to keep the damn interest rates low as long as they can because they think it's the right thing to do, not because they want to inflate. I don't think it's because they don't want to. Artificially keep the markets high as long as they can. I think they sincerely believe that what they're doing is going to work. I think that I don't know. We'll see. They could just be corrupt as hell. They could be. Hey, maybe they have long positions in the markets, in the Dow Jones, and the freaking that, and the blue chip, in the S&P, the Twitter, Facebook stocks, the big cap tech stocks. Maybe they have long positions here, and then they're just waiting for us to go a little higher, then they're going to flip it and go short. Then here we go. Here comes the damn tapering. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe that's what the billionaires that are paying them want them to do. Anyways, we're going down on an irrelevant spin now, aren't we? All right. Inflation is transitory until Biden gets his $6 trillion infrastructure bill passed. Can't spend $6 trillion if inflation is high. Can't believe he is starting to believe in MMT. Dude, I can't. It's 6 trillion. Think about how much that is. 6 trillion. It's like they do it like it's nothing. They do it like it's absolutely nothing. Modern monetary theory. Huh. JP talks alone can't decimate this stock more than it already is. Let's say down to 550, 530. The rest will just be FOMO selling perpetuated. 579, getting some buy orders coming in here, some green coming in for once. 4 minutes left. Are you a Biden bear or bull? My friend, I can't really answer that, can I? One day, maybe we'll live in times where I can actually say that, but yeah, I'm not taking that risk nowadays. I just emailed ARK about BNGO to see if I can persuade them to shine some light and money. That's good. That's a good idea. Good. What did you tell them? Did you tell them about the nano-nozzle documents? I hope you sent them. That's what they don't know about. I guarantee you, ARK has no clue. They have not read the patents. They have not read, and it's so simple. All you have to do is read like 1 minute of all you have to do is read one paragraph by the CEO. It's just a paragraph. It's just a quote from the CEO, and then you understand why so many people think the nano-nozzle is at the very least, in development. We don't know, right? If you want to say, Brandon, they're nowhere close to commercially releasing it, that's why they haven't said anything. That's like a somewhat reasonable case. You could also say, I think they're pretty close to releasing it, right? They've been working on it for years. They've been putting the personnel together. They keep talking about consolidating the OGM workflow. They already have. Why do they keep talking about that's where the opportunity is, the current opportunity? That's what happened in the last presentation. We didn't even talk about that, or that much, I should say. But Anyways, yes, send them the 2016 document on the nano channel nanopore device. Send them that document. That's what ARC needs to know. And I sent Simon. I told when we had an argument on Twitter, me and Simon and I sent him the documents. He didn't respond. I told him the nano channel nanopore device is in. They want to commercially release. I don't know what I said. I don't remember the quote. I told him something about nano nozzle, and he's like, source. I sent him to him. Didn't respond. That was the first time that he didn't respond to anything I said. I also asked him to do a live interview or an interview on YouTube. Nope. What does it tell you? It's no surprise that the guy doesn't have a genomics degree. It's no surprise that he doesn't have experience in the sector because he's not willing to even respond to my arguments. All right. Truth is they're going to have to sacrifice one of their own to maintain market integrity. Then we will see more connection between business and stock price. $1 trillion, that's what it looks like. That's a lot of money. Actually, it's 6 trillion. Oh, yeah, that's true. It is 6 trillion, actually, yeah. How do you feel about electric vehicle plays such as CH, PT, and NEO? This is a hard question because everybody loves the EVs, and you guys know I'm not like everybody. I don't know a YouTuber that doesn't love EVs, right? Every single YouTuber is just so bullish. Like NEO, Tesla, yep, I have them in my IRA. I'm long on them. For me, and I don't want to. You guys may, electric vehicles could easily be the next big thing. For me, they're not really my favorite bunch of stocks for me. So, but I can certainly see them doing very well. All right, he's probably setting up another partnership like he did after BNGO Symposium in January with two stocks he owns, PatBio and Invitae, to compete with BNGO. Someone asked what $1 trillion looks like. Okay. Funny thing about that is the money just vanished after it's given away. Where does it go? What do you mean? Are you talking about like the 6 trillion plan? What are you talking about? Hey Brandon, hello. Do hedge funds hire people to bash companies like BioNano? It's unbelievable how bad it gets on down days. That's a great question. Oh, the close. Oh, wow, I just missed the close. Wow, I'm an idiot. I just missed the close. I'm 30 seconds late from the close. Wow. All right, there's about, let's see, we closed at 578, and you're looking at about 50,000 shares, according to Webull, sold at the close, maybe 100,000, something like that, 578, nothing significant. So there you go. We closed down about 1.5%, exactly 1.5%, basically. 578. All right, there it is. That's a wrap on the day. All right, so now let's just answer questions. Any chance they go negative interest rates? Damn, that's a good question. I don't know. You know what? I'd say there is a chance. I don't know. You tell me. Is that even... That would be horrible. But, well, hey, who knows? It's the Fed, right? Seems like a good time to sell put options and using the premium to buy calls. Should net you a free trade for the calls? Yes. Spending trillions on infrastructure works because of modern monetary theory. It's way better than bailing the banks with trillions, and definitely better than dumping trillion in the army. Oh, there we go. A little pump after hours. Oh, okay, 0.5%. And Mike Vision's going down after hours. Is that a glitch? Is that manipulation right there? What the heck? 581 after hours. Bear thesis on electric vehicles. Just curious. I don't want to do it because you guys will hate me if I do it. I don't have a bear thesis. I just don't like. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll do the whole EV thing. I don't even think people are interested in that very much. Inflation fear and COVID. How bad do you think they're going to affect BNGO? Glitch in the matrix. Yeah, I know. I can go. You want me to go? I'll go in the matrix. Here, guys, hold on. I'm going to go to the matrix real quick. I'm back. I'm back. All right, that was really corny and nerdy. Anyways, load CHPT at 19.20 and NEO at 32.34. All right, that's your decision. Someone asked what $1 trillion. They still have 600 billion sitting around from last package. Bear case 540 tomorrow. There's always a bear case. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's tomorrow. You guys know what tomorrow's gonna be. I don't have to tell you. It's gonna be JP. This is what it's gonna be. This man right here, the legend himself, Jerome Powell. Yeah, not really. I don't like the guy, but I do believe he thinks he knows how to fix it. But I don't think he's right. But we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? BioGenomics call volume above normal and directionally bullish, the fly on the wall. Let's check the actual volume, the open interest on the calls here. Okay. Wow, look at the $8 out the money ones. Wow, 13,000 calls out there with $8 strike price on the call side. Only 2,000 puts on the open interest. And if you look at the farthest expiration here, okay, that's too much for my brain to handle. I need to take it down a little bit. If you go right here, look at how many. And this is why you know. Well, this isn't how you know. Okay, you need to do more research on this. But this is how you know a lot of people are bullish on us long term. That doesn't mean we're going to go away. That doesn't mean they're going to be right. But this is how you know a lot of people are betting a lot of money that we're going to do great long term, and no one is betting money that we're going to do bad long term. Look at this. Look at the open interest. This is something we need to talk about more often. Damn it! I've talked about it. I've said this a couple times. But look at the open interest on the call side for expiration in 2023, January 20th, 2023. In the money, out the money, at the money. Everything is way higher on the open interest on the call side than the put side. I mean, you're looking at how many is there? Okay, you're looking at not even one of these has 1,000 contracts of it out there. Not even 1,000 on the out the money side. That's as simple as it gets. All right, anyways, let's go back to the chart here. All right. Is there still a gap down to be filled? Yes, technically there's a gap to be filled, but let me tell you something. There's always a gap to be filled. So people that say the gaps get filled and it's a great strategy, it's mostly just because stocks go up and down, in my opinion. But yes, there are technically gaps to fill. That's down in the $2 range, right? What about right here? That's a gap. That's a gap. Right, there's a ton of gaps, right? All the gap is the lack of the daily candle taking into consideration pre-market and after hours. That's the epistemology for the damn gap, fill the gap thing's existence. That's the only reason why gaps exist. Anyways, I have some $7 call options for after earnings. Yeah, dude, this is what you want. I mean, you guys you guys know what you want. You do what you got to do, and you make your own investment decision, please. But these are the options. I mean, you can't even go wrong with any of these, right? Because they're all after earnings. I think earnings is worth the risk. I mean, do you guys think the same thing? Do you guys think I'm crazy or something when I always say earnings is likely to be good this quarter? Do you guys disagree with the evidence? Do you think I'm missing something? You tell me. I think you guys know what I fucking think. So for once, let's have you guys tell me what you think instead of me ranting on it, right? Let's do that for once. What do you think of quarter two earnings? Most people that have told me, and I'm gonna do a poll. You know what? Here, now, feel free to get out of here. Now we're kind of just messing around here. Let me do a poll though. Let me do a poll on the earnings. Okay, here we go. Let's do, and I'll give you guys a link for this right now so you can vote live here. All right. Quarter two, BNGO quarter two, your revenue projection. All right, here we go. 5 million. No, I'm gonna start it with the bearish. 3.3 million. 3.5. Can't type. Feel free to get out of here. Feel free. All right, there we go. That'll work. Yeah, let me just do let me do a less than 3.3 million. Yeah. All right. There is the link for it, my friends. Oh, Microsoft beat earnings, it looks like. Yeah, the earnings are coming in right now, aren't they? Let's check here. Let's check. I think I have Microsoft right in here. Let's see. I can't find them. Whatever. We'll just keep it on BNGO. No one cares about Microsoft, right? Up about 0.35% after hours. I didn't know we had a Sapphire at the University of South Alabama, and neither did Cisco Trade. I talked to him earlier. How many Sapphires do we not know about yet? I know! Exactly. That's what I said earlier. Yes. Yes. That's exactly what I said. Brennan, my friend, yes. I said, did I not say, somebody tell Brennan that I just said that, like, not 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago, I was talking about I haven't done all the research on this. I don't know facts. I don't know for sure. Okay, I haven't done the freaking plethora of Google searches and website scans that you have to do when you actually do the research for this. But I looked at this, and I haven't done the research on these in a couple weeks. After I finished this, I kind of stopped digging for Sapphire sales because I didn't find any that were like super likely. I only found some that were like, okay, that's a maybe, that's a maybe. There's 1,000 maybes. These are the ones that are for sure. And this right here, I said it not 30 minutes ago. I said these institutions, I said, okay, these guys use the Sapphire. Okay, it's implied if they're going to do a damn presentation on, they had to have used the damn Sapphire, right? Come on now. Some of these institutions haven't actually had a Sapphire that we've known about, right? So you do a couple searches, you do a couple website scans, a couple emails, a couple questions, whatever, texts, whatever you can do, right? Whatever information you can find, right? That's what you got to do when you do research, right? I literally have been calling I called CSHL one day, left them a voicemail, I never got a response. Brennan, I tried to call them, but these guys right here, University of South Alabama, I saw these guys, I saw John Hopkins, some of these guys, MD Anderson Center. I know they have a Sapphire, but I've never seen them have a Sapphire before. University of South, I've never seen these guys. I could be wrong. They could have one, but I haven't seen that. That might be another sale. And guess what? We're only 27 days into the third quarter. This day, the Sapphire usage, sale, rental agreement, volume, consumables, whatever it is, that might have been during quarter two. And what would that do, Brandon? Why does this matter? What are you doing this whole rabbit hole for? This is why I'm doing it. That would increase the revenue projections by a decent amount, a significant amount. I mean, a couple $100,000 easy. Simple as it gets. Imagine if that's a sale. Imagine if that is a sale right there and the University of South Alabama counted in quarter two. There's a chance. There's a damn decent chance for that, okay? I don't know if it's over 50%, but it's definitely over 25% chance that this is a sale or at least consumables during quarter two. And that's going to increase our revenue by a couple $100,000 minimum. Simple as it gets. Simple as it gets. All right, let me read some stuff here. We're back to being down in after hours. How's that? All right, good earnings report is not moving stock price, not good. Maybe inflation fears. Well, for the big cap stocks, if you're talking about Microsoft and all those other ones that just had the earnings, like literally just now happened, like right in after hours, that is because they always get good earnings, and that's just the trend. We've seen that for a while. Unfortunately, the unnatural market makes beating earnings punishable. It's just one more red flag of fuckery. Of course, it would sell off. That seems to be the trend on high cap tech. Yes, exactly. That's what I think. Micro something. Okay, I was so confused. I was like, micro. I was like, what is that? Microsoft just had a major earnings beat, and the stock is going down. What the hell? Okay, let me look at that. Microsoft. Okay, let me look at this. Let me look here. Whoa, what? They're down 2% on the day? Whoa. Hold on. They were down on the day, and now they're down 3% after hours. Hold on. What? It doesn't even have the news out because it's dumb. You'd have to go to their website to do it, but we're not going to do that. Because we've got more important things, bitch. We've got BNGO after hours, baby. Yes, and we're going to take some questions here. We didn't even know it was there. Now featured the CDC. Yes. Yes, precisely, Brendan. Precisely. Quarter two is looking auspicious as hell. That's as simple as it gets, right? Say what you want about the price. Say what you want to about my predictions being wrong. Sure, whatever. I've been wrong plenty of times the last few weeks, last few months even, right? Since $9.12, since $8 easily, okay? But, I mean, okay, whatever. Also, let me see what you guys voted here. Let me see this. Wow. Okay, see, look at this. Only 10. Wow, what the heck? 10% of people think it's gonna be less than 3.3. That's crazy. Here, can I edit this? I can't edit this. Hold on, let me say. I should have said what the consensus revenue is. Consensus is 3.5 million as of now, and to my understanding. All right. Boom. All right, here. There's the link. I want to know what everybody thinks about earnings. Everybody go vote on the earnings thing, man. Been happening a while now. These high cap stocks have been buying on rumor and selling on news. But once the sell-off stops, it's a good opportunity. 4 million. Let me refresh this. I want those votes coming. In. Come on, boys. I want to see what do you guys think? Okay, wow, 32% think it's gonna be greater than 5 million. Woo! That would be nice, wouldn't it? Wow. I hope so. We'll have good earnings, but won't go up much. No, I disagree. No, and here's why. Hear me out. I'm gonna have to explain this several times, aren't I? Because this is what everybody's gonna be thinking up to earnings. I'm gonna say this. Hopefully, you guys can listen to what I say and then hopefully repeat it quicker than I do. The same trend with earnings, good earnings, sending a stock down. That trend is not something new. Like Jay said, I said it just before he did. I think it's been happening for months. It's been happening for the last 2 quarters, and maybe even more than that. I think the last 2 quarters is when it started, though. 2 quarters ago, right now, the last quarter after that, quarter before that. That's when the trend started of companies beating earnings, going down. So, and we went up. We went up both times. In the after hours, we went up 10% after hours, 5, 10, 8, even 20% the next day on the last one, May 13th, and 100% the month, actually, after earnings. We went up both times after small revenue beats. And that goes to tell you how much the stock is just guessed at its value during the days without concrete news. And if you didn't understand that ape language, concrete news and revenue numbers and sales, that's what people and investors of this company are dying for. Because it's hard for us to dissect this stuff right here. Even this thing right here, for me, at least I'm not that good at dissecting this. Okay, this stuff right here, I mean, yeah, this is pretty simple compared to normal, but anyways, a lot of people have trouble with this. That's why they want to see the numbers, and that's why maybe we see an increased effect on us based on if it's good or bad. Anyways, that's kind of speculative, I guess. We need to beat up that Doge Wolf guy on Weeble. He be trolling us, LMA. I know, Doge Wolf. I hate him. Wait, what do you mean trolling us? Do you mean this community or BNGO? Because I haven't seen him troll. Oh, I'm gonna be even more. My hatred is gonna fuel even more if he's been trolling me and us and you guys. That's gonna piss me off even more. But yeah, Doge Wolf is funny because Doge Wolf's fine. He's been right a couple of times, but he was wrong. If my memory serves me at all, he was wrong left and right. He was a laughing stock when we were going up, and now that we've gone down because high growth's going down, he's a genius now. It's like, no, the only reason why you're right is because high growth's getting decimated every day. You can't fucking predict that. All right. Need Eric to increase the projected Sapphire sales installations by end of year. Yeah, that would be nice. But I think that would be nice. But I mean, at the end of the day, we need more sales. We need more sales than rental agreements. We need a lot of sales. And we need a high consumable revenue and a high sample volume. That's what we need. And I mean, screw all that. Let's say our revenue from all that stuff is mediocre. Lineagen comes in, picks it up. Instead of getting $3.5 million or $3 million on the year, they expand their business because of things like, because of the reason, like, okay, we just got, like, for example, I mean, maybe their revenue right now is relatively small compared to what it's going to be for quarter 2, or okay. Like the last 2 earnings reports, Lineagen's revenue that they got, maybe that's small because they're new to working under BioNano and there's weird transitions, it's different. You got to report to BioNano now. Their manager now, they don't own themselves. That's different. Maybe the revenue, or maybe it's because of growth plan, whatever it is. Maybe higher autism. They pick up the freaking torch or pick up the slack. $5 million, $6 million on the year. It's over. It's over. We're getting revenue beats every quarter. We're going to $10, $15, $20 probably at least. Okay, I mean, 20 might be a little bit much. $15, $10, very likely. Very, in my opinion. All right. And we were having an auspicious descent. That's funny. That's a good one. We are. He says BNGO is pumped by guitar riffs. Our community is pumped by guitar riffs. That's awesome. That's true. And that's a good thing. Yes. And we're also pumped, and listen to this, we're also pumped by the news and the fundamentals, not just the charts, right? That's a key point. And I can't wait. And of course, we'll see if I'm right or he's right or the Bears are right. I guess he's not a long-term bear. Is he a long-term bear? I don't know. But that's funny. Did he really say that? That's funny. But I would love to see his face if earnings is just a complete blowout and we get like 3.8 or 4 or 4.5 million or something like that. I would love to see his face on that. Face if we get that, because oh my god, that'd be beautiful. And oh man, Havana Woody, oh thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for your dedication, Brandon. Your deep dives will be rewarded. Havana, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You freaking legend, man. WTF? Google beats earnings and prices jumping 5%. When is the official earnings day? We don't actually know what the specific earnings day is. It's estimated to be August 13th. 13th of August is what the estimation is going to be. 10 days before, well, whatever. I'm not going to make another stupid Witcher. Does anyone even watch The Witcher? I feel so alone when I make dumb Witcher references once a day. All right. Or read the books, better yet. All right. All right, let's get out of here. Last minute questions. Let's get out of here. Havana, you're a legend, by the way. I already said that, didn't I? But yeah, we're getting out of here. Feel free to get out, everybody. We're taking last minute questions and then we're ending it here. I wish we could play guitar, but we can't. It's a red day. I can't play guitar. I want to, but nope. While we're here, while you guys are about to ask questions or not, or whatever it's going to be, if anyone knows any nuclear energy companies, especially ones that do thorium as their fuel or thorium reactor, anything with thorium, you tell me the ticker. Now. All right. Hopefully before the 20th. No, I think it's going to be 13th. Gross profit is expected to rise to about 2.8 million this year, although the value of profit margin will likely fall to 4.96. We are currently at 25 cents. I can barely see. We need to be under 0.18 this year to hit 2.6. I'm a little bit confused. Give me an ape language, my friend. No, change the date. We don't want them reporting on Friday. Is that a Friday? Hold on. Let me see if that's a Friday real quick. August 13th. Oh, it is a Friday. You're right. Oh, well, what's your superstition on Friday? You say everything goes down on Friday, or not everything goes down. Earnings. There's a proclivity for bad luck and bad reactions to the earnings on Friday. Is that what you're saying? Yo, what happens to gay MF today? That never gets old. I'm sorry. I have a childish sense of humor. I have a very if you haven't realized that yet, I don't know. I don't know what you've been doing. You've probably been banging your head against some rocks. That's probably what you've been doing. But this is this ticker symbol is golden. What have they been doing? Well, one might say they've been getting killed, because that's what the chart is saying, right? Well, they're still up a lot from over here. 578 is where we closed at today. Had a nice little cup and handle formation here at the end. Friday the 13th, low. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Jason. Horrible movies. Overrated. Into the Matrix. What's thorium? Nuclear energy, my friend. All right. Thoughts on tomorrow? Trade sideways or drop more? Just depends on high growth, but I do think and again, I say the same thing freaking every day. I'll switch it up a little bit. I'll say this. I hope if you're a long time bull in this company, I hope you are adding while we're going down, if you want to make as much money as possible in the long term. That's what I think. And I could be wrong, but that's what I think. All right. TD Ameritrade has earnings August 12th after close. I don't know. What do you call it? The NASDAQ. NASDAQ.com has August 13th, I believe. We just checked that yesterday. No, companies try to hide bad news by reporting on Friday, because many people just wanted to start the weekend. Was the last one? The last one was not on a Friday. I'm not worried about that, to be honest with you. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be more bearish just because we're on a Friday and some companies, and I think that might be a little bit over. Jay, Jay, I learn stuff from you all the time, my friend. You know, I appreciate your thoughts, but I don't think that's going to be. I'm not really worried about them doing it on a Friday purposely. Like, no, I don't think so. Listen. This is what probably is going to happen with earnings. I think they're going to do the exact same thing as they did last time, because they don't want to waste time on this shit. They want to develop the Sapphire. They want to get the sales. They don't want to deal with the investor relations. This is a genetics company. Most of these guys don't do they don't do the stock market. They don't do investing. This is their first. They don't care about the freaking. Listen, they are going to do nothing with the earnings day until right before it, just like last time. A couple days before. I think it may be 1 week before, probably. And it's great if they set an earlier date, right? I mean, that would be so ironic if they just came out with a PR like right now and are like, okay, we're going to do it this date. But I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to see the same thing as last time. They're going to come out and say earnings is going to be whatever. They're going to announce it right before, and it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same exact date that we're expecting it on. All right, probably. That's what I'm thinking. It doesn't really matter when it is, though. Remember, in order for the price to go up, we need to meet that 18 cents earnings target by December. 18 cents in the hole. I'm assuming that's what that dash means as a negative. I don't think, my friend, EDT, my friend, For me, right, I could be wrong on this. Again, correct me if tell me if you're a dissenting opinion to mine. But I think people are, for me at least, I don't really give a rat's ass, to be honest with you, about the EPS so much as the revenue is concerned. The revenue is 1,000 times more important than the EPS. Yes, it's great if we had a profitable quarter, yeah, okay, we're going to fucking moon, but that's not going to happen, and the EPS is a little bit irrelevant. We want to see the sales coming in because we know we know the expenses are going to decrease. This is how companies, at least to my understanding, this is how it often works. You have a company increase their revenue, their expenses are fucking crazy, and then we slowly round out and go positive. That's kind of what Simply Wall Street's, and that's over the course of years. That's exactly what Simply Wall Street is projecting, and along with a lot of sites and analysts. And I want to see the damn sales. I want to see 15 Sapphires sold, not just no rental. I want to see 15 Sapphires sold a quarter, rest of the year, and more than that. That's what I want to see. And I also want to see high consumable revenue, if I can speak. All right, try that again there, Brandon. So, yeah, all right, with that being said, let's get out of here. All right. The best time to release bad earnings. All right, I'll give that a read, my friend. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay. Not all of them. Not the foolish companies that try to hide their bad news on Friday. Come on now, that's a fallacy composition. Don't say we're gonna get. I know this is what you're saying, but don't be mistaken by one indication. Don't say we're gonna have a bad earnings just because it's on a Friday. Absolutely not. And plus, Havana is saying the last 3 earnings, the Nasdaq has had the wrong date, but TD Ameritrade's calendar has been right. I don't know why it's different. Okay, so you're saying it's the 12th. Okay, good. There you go, Jay. There you go. Havana's saying it's gonna be Thursday, not a Friday, right? Are you happy now? No, I understand you have evidence. You have plenty of evidence to back you up there. So, all right. Last minute questions. Let's get out. You should come up with a catchphrase at the end of these streams to consistently repeat tomorrow without ever explaining. I'm thinking hat in the cap for tomorrow. At the end of these streams to consistently repeat tomorrow without ever explaining. I'm thinking hat in the cap for tomorrow. Just like random phrases that are like that are like similar to an enigma, that are just a mystery, ominous. It's foolish by the companies, especially now with after-hours trading, but it's still a tendency by companies to report bad news on Friday. Sure. There's still a proclivity for that. All right, fair enough, but still, I don't know what the proportion is, but it's probably not. I don't know if it's a majority of are all the earnings reports on Friday just bad? No, not necessarily. Like, some of them are bad, some of them are good, right? So, all right, when you get excited, right? Says China is in the process of first thorium reactor. Yes, I saw that. I read that article actually right before I talked to my friend. Yes, exactly. Like a Ryan Cohen tweet. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Well, okay, what kind of catchphrases we should do? I don't know. It'll just be random quotes from movies and novels that no one understands, which fits your description perfectly. I fear a real war with China. Mark, let me ask you this. What do you, since we're at the end here and everyone who's gone that doesn't want to waste their time by looking at my big ass forehead is already gone, I'm assuming, please get out of here and stop wasting your time if you're not already. But we're going to leave here in a second. But let me ask you this. What is your take on nuclear energy? Nuclear energy. Simple as it gets. Yes. Friday mornings are different though, but BNGO always reports after the close. The last tweet, I am the walrus, is a crazy Beatles song. The Beatles are... I shouldn't say they're overrated, should I? People are going to hate me. Right, it's funnier if most don't get it. A reward for those sticking around. I just don't know what would an example be? I don't know what an example would be. Like, some random quote that just doesn't really... It's just out of context, I have the high ground, right? That's the kind of stuff I would say. Nuclear is great, but under Democrats will not happen. Didn't a bill just get... Now, I don't know if it's true. I looked it up. I did find some sort of proof, but it was literally came out today, or not today, 12 days ago. 12 or 15 days ago, that a bill got passed. And also, my friend was telling me there was bipartisan support for a nuclear energy funding, a grant, some sort of grant with nuclear energy funding. Yeah. Once the thorium reactors get in there, I like nuclear energy, but the opportunities for growth are limited with the push for electric, hydro, wind, and solar. Oh, I don't even know if we should do the nuclear energy debate here, but we got a hammer blammer going on right now. What? I don't even get that. Hammer blammer. Nuclear is the only way to provide electricity, but rare earth production is in China only. You don't need rare. I don't think you don't need rare earths for nuclear energy. You just need uranium or thorium, which is everywhere, right? I think there's a huge deposit for it in the U.S. I believe. Don't even get me started about again an electric window. I know. Brandon knows what happened last time. That's exactly right. I do know. Cody, I agree with you completely on your whole. I agree with you completely on that. That's exactly what you were saying last time. Is exactly what my research had led me to believe. But hey, we can be wrong. But that's. Oh man, nuclear small scale in many places. Do you need rare earth? Do you? I don't know everything about it, so maybe you're right. I don't know. You do need rare earth for nuclear energy. Well, we do. There is a couple. There is one. There's a couple rare earth mining companies in the U.S. MP is one of them, and then there's a couple other ones. I forgot the names of the other one. Forgot the name, but anyways, U.S. has rare earth, but the majority of rare earth is in China. All nuclear does is heat water. It doesn't matter what it does, right? It's less wasteful, no emissions. It's actually, believe it or not, right? It's actually safer than any other energy there is. Believe it or not, yes, that's actually true. To my understanding, and I don't have the quote is this from a very reliable source: nuclear energy ranks least or ranks last in death per energy unit produced, and that is including all of the major accidents that everyone freaks out about, which amounts to less than 1,000 deaths, right? So, all right. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. We'll do. I'm telling you what. We're gonna do one stream one of these days. We're gonna do a stream that's called "Debate Me About Nuclear Energy." When I finish my research, and we're gonna and then you got and then we're gonna do a full and then we're gonna go all out. All right. The only problem with energy is the stigma of it. The only problem with nuclear energy is the stigma around it. People have Chernobyl ingrained in their back of their mind. It's foolish. That's what I think. That's what my preliminary research has led me to believe. And to people worried about nuclear waste, that's what SpaceX and SPCE can be used for. Well, actually, there is nuclear waste. The thing is, this is the problem because there's dissenting sources on what I read. But thorium, right now, nuclear energy is with uranium. If we switch to thorium, the waste, to my understanding, is way less dangerous, and there's way less of it. Plus, there's way more energy to be done, plus it's easier to do. The only problem is we have to effectuate that. In practice, in the science, thorium is the best by far, but my friend told me, my friend is going to tell me some links, but there's no thorium reactors actually in operation today. If you Google it, the first thing that comes up is that there's none, but my friend has told me there are a couple. What's it called? Thorcon has one already. And let me get that pulled up. Well, whatever. This isn't the nuclear energy stream. Let's get out of here. Please get out of here, guys. If you don't want to, if you're not a nerd like I am. All right. MP is good for rare earth. Why don't we mine other planets for rare earth materials? That would be really hard, wouldn't it? Transporting miners up to another planet and then transporting them back, right? That would be very hard, wouldn't it? Remember to use nuclear. You have to have a cold sink to provide differential. If it's other planets, okay, my computer just. Okay, Wi-Fi just went out there. Here, I'm going to stay in the matrix here and give my phone a chance to get back here. Hopefully it's going to get back. We're going to end the stream anyway right here in a second, so it's probably good timing. Here, let me just go to the backup. All right. There we go. Sometimes Wi-Fi randomly goes out. We need a more direct energy capture and storage stream. Let me turn. I heard that thorium left over has a half-life only 500 years compared to only 500 years compared to uranium. I don't know what my friend told me that it's all bullshit. People talking about uranium being that thorium is more harmful than uranium. No, he told me it's bullshit. I'm still waiting on sources from him, but there's dissenting sources on whether thorium is more wasteful or less. All right, but anyways, it's nice when talking about other stocks at the end. They're still rare on our planet, regardless of where we get them. That's not logical. What? That's the ultimate goal of SpaceX, sourcing outer space for materials. Bro, that's fine. That's totally cool. I'm not bearish on it. I'm not saying that's not the goal. But, dude, do you guys understand how impractical that is right now with the current energy? You know how hard it would be to go get a freaking 5 truckloads, if you're lucky, of material on the freaking moon or some other planets, for God's sake, and then transport it back here? You know how long that would take? You know how much energy that would take just to get a small amount of shit that we already get on Earth? But hey, that's totally down the line. I'm sure that's going to happen down the line. I'm sure. But right now, you see what I mean? Anyways, yeah, we'll see. I could be wrong. Burning natural gas is no different than nuke when environmental concerns are compared. To my understanding, that's totally wrong. Yeah, Cody Havana, that's just not true. Yeah, Havana, to my understanding, that's completely wrong. There's zero emissions with nuclear energy. You have to dump excess heat into a body of water. I don't know exactly. I don't know everything with nuclear energy. I shouldn't comment on that really, but what I will say is that the current nuclear energy is with uranium, but with thorium, you don't actually have to heat it up as much, to my understanding. Yes, it's still decades away, but that's the company's ultimate goal. Sure, totally cool. All right, I do some research. China is building several thorium reactors and will be in test by August. Yeah, I saw one of them that was here. Let me go ahead and refresh this as well. Let's see what the revenue projections are. 87 votes. Wow, look at this. That's beautiful. With so much money being pumped into the country and abroad for the last year, I think that some of that money will now find its money into BNGO and Binary Genomics bank account. Look at this. Everybody, the strong majority. The strong majority is going for 4.8 and 5 million. That's a little crazy. There's a very low chance of that happening. I would have went with this one right here. But I hope these people are right. I really do. Really hope those people are right. Yeah, Havana, to my understanding, that's totally wrong, right? I mean, that's not true, is it? Even if we do have to do a little bit, even if we have to dump heat into water to cool it off or whatever, that's still nothing close to the emissions or any sort of disastrous, any sort of environmental effect that any other form of energy, including solar and wind and every other alternative, does, right? To my understanding. Biased poll? Nah, based poll. I'm sorry, but solar is way better and safer, so also the nuclear waste, if not stored correctly, could leak into the fresh water underground, and that would be bad. Plus, solar is more effective. Oh, boy. Bro, to my understanding, solar does absolutely... The solar output, the energy from solar energy, from the solar panels, the output of it is absolute dog shit. Like, you have to have 1,000 of them to do anything. And then also, once they're dead, I don't know if this is true. I haven't done... My research is on nuclear energy, not solar energy, but to my understanding... Once they're done, once the solar panels are done working, I think they have a lifespan. That might be windmills, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they just stay there. You can't really recycle them. It's so hard to get them out of there. And then and then guess what? When you build those solar panels, you have to use a ton. You have to burn a lot of coal. Anyways, I've installed a 60,000 solar tree, and it only powered about a dozen laptop chargers. LMA. No, that's not true, is it? Is that true? Oh, 1/5 of New Mexico would power the whole U.S. Is it? Is that true? Don't expect good revenue and do expect increased costs, bigger loss for BNGO. Mark, you're scaring me. You're scaring me, Mark. Why would you say that? Why do you think we're not going to get good revenue? Oh God, this is becoming a this is becoming a madhouse of a talk here. Mark is selling short, lol. Brandon, it's obvious. Solar. Mark, my friend, do you mind giving me your evidence for that? I'm sure you have good reasons. I know you always do. Check M phase, then we'll talk. Lol. Cody is saying he's in a solar engineering club at my university. Thoughts on MMAT? I don't know enough about it. I'm sorry. I wish I did. We have higher costs. Yeah, Mark, everybody is expecting higher costs. We've been losing like 10 million a quarter, or 8 to 12 million a quarter for a long time. So that's nothing. We are expected to be losing money on the quarter. What we want to see is higher than 3.5 million. If we were to get 3.5 million or 3.7 or 3.84 million, we're probably going to go up 20 to 30% based on that's exactly what we did the last 2 times. So what do you, Mark? Is that wrong? You tell me. Is that wrong? It has 21,000 square miles of land to power the U.S., and New Mexico has 125,000 square miles of land, and its desert is out there anyway. Tell you what, Base Positive, you send me some links. You send me some reliable sources of information backing that up, and I will take a look at that, because I did not think that's no way. That can't be real. That can't be real. Only solar energy powering all of the U.S.? No fucking way. If that's true, send me it. I'll believe it's a reliable source, but I doubt that very much if that's true. The entire U.S. and New Mexico? Just by solar energy? Am I understanding that correctly? It's practical to figure that the transition from first quarter to second quarter had higher sales from leftover 2020. No, that's Mark. To my understanding, the sales in the sales that happened during I think you're referring to, hey, we got some backlogs, the installations are late. No, when a sale happens, when the contract is signed, whatever deal has been made, whenever they're emailing their BioNano manager, whatever they call it on the website, the sale is counted during that quarter. Whatever, if that's on March 20th, okay, first quarter. If that's on April 20th, okay, second quarter. So I don't think you have to worry about that, Mark. If I'm understanding your point, you don't have to worry about that at all. That's not possible. Now, what could be happening, Mark, is there's a sale in quarter 1, yet it's installed in quarter 2. So that would actually be more bullish, because in quarter 1, you don't see the consumable revenue coming in from that Sapphire that was sold in quarter 1, yet not installed until quarter 2. So that's going to help quarter 2 even fucking more. And that's exactly one of the points why quarter 2 is likely to be kick-ass. All right. All right. Are you the Brandon on Weeble who's answering that Doge Wolf? No, I'm not. I know exactly who you're talking about, though. I know exactly who you're talking about. I've been looking at Weeble a little bit too much, the Weeble comment section. I look at that too much. On red days, I look at it more than green days, because I can't stand. When I see the bearish shit, oh, God. Oh, man. All right. Base spot. It's impossible to do that low. Hundreds of trillions of dollars of solar panels spanning the entire desert. What are we going to do? Invade Mexico for solar panel land? Trillions of hundreds of trillions. Holy crap! You're just trying to get paid both ways. I have solar on my house, and my electric bill went from $550 to $12 a month, which is the connection fee. Is solar powering your whole house? Like right now, look it up. And how many square miles of land do you need to power the U.S. with solar power? I'm telling you, Base Positive, if that's true, send me a link for it, because I just don't believe that. It's the solar. I don't know. That could be right. You could totally be right. But solar energy powering the entire U.S. when right now globally it's like, what is it, like 1%? Is it even 1% of the whole world's energy consumption, or source for the energy? I don't think it is. Is it a couple percent maybe? Last I checked, that's what it was. You tell me. You tell me. Gas is for the pool, and all water, all electric covers everything else. Feel free, by the way, if there's anyone still in here, there's not, okay, please feel free to get the hell out. Right now, we're just debating shit, because it's kind of a madhouse in the chat. We're just debating stuff. All right, don't Tesla have solar tiles for roofs? I think they do, but that's Tesla, man. Tesla is like all in. Tesla is all in for the new clean energy, green energy sort of movement thing, which is totally cool. Not necessarily that's a bad thing. All right, that's an open-ended question, because it depends on company panels. Nuclear energy and space mining are promising in the far future, but not right now. Yeah, that's kind of true. That's kind of true because nuclear plants take so long, and with the regulation that we have right now, and with the money that it takes to build one, it takes like 10 billion to build one plant. It's insane, but still, nuclear energy is still the way. But we'll see. Hey, I haven't done all my research yet though, so I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. All right, totally possible to supply 200% on household needs in Florida. Law forces power company to buy back excess, so you draw it back and not using a grid like the battery. Solar batteries will have decreased capacity in extreme heat areas such as the desert of New Mexico. Taking poll, green or red tomorrow? I'm going green. JP is going to do what he always does. JP is going to say that he knows what he's doing. He's going to say that he's smarter than all the economists of the 20th century. He's gonna say he knows it all. Like, and now he's not gonna literally say that, but he's gonna imply that, and he's gonna do the whole the most interventionist policy. Continue that has ever happened in the world, in the U.S. at least. Right? This USSR, right? Soviet Union, right? They're more, but they're going to continue spending a shit ton of money. The markets are going to like it. The markets are going to do great short term. That's what's going to happen. So I don't know. That's what I think with JP, but we'll see. It just depends. Okay, take your pick. Toss a coin, right? A Chinese company tried that 20 years ago, the one with replacing windows with solar panels, but it failed because it was too expensive due to having to replace it every 7 years. You have to replace solar panel every 7 years. That's a negative. I'm not inherently bearish on the solar panels, but I've heard absolutely horrible fucking things about their actual practicality. Horrible things. So it's going to take a lot of evidence for you, my friend. What's it called? God, how am I forgetting my name? Base Positive, and is it Sir Breezy as well that's bullish on the solar panels, or whoever else it was? Who else is the one that's bullish on it? Base Positive and someone else that's bullish on solar energy. You guys got to send me the links. You got to send me the. You got to send me reliable sources though too, because you got to be careful when you get into the topics that are also politically motivated. Jesus, you got to be careful with the sources. You got to fact check that stuff as much as you can. And I'm seeing that with nuclear energy. Every single source says something different with the nuclear waste. You don't know what to trust. You got to be careful with that. All right, back then 7 years, maybe 25 years. That is it. Base Positives PC account. Tesla said that theirs would last 30 years easy. All right. We always say green, duh. Yeah, we do always say green. Don't ask me if it's gonna be green tomorrow. You know I'm gonna say it is, although it's always red. I can't put the link. You copy and paste. No, you gotta dude, you can send me on Discord, on email, on 1,000 ways, but I'll go ahead and look that up right now on my other laptop here. Let's go ahead and look that up. All right, let's go right here. All right. Given the U.S. consumer, okay, here we go. Okay, here, let me just go ahead and take this to the other screen here because this looks maybe legit. Let's go right here. Yeah. Given the U.S. consumes about 4 petawatt of electricity, 4 petawatt hours of electricity per year, we need about 13 million acres or 21,000 square miles of solar panels to meet the total electricity requirements of the United States for a total year. For a year, the yellow square is approximately 21,000 square miles. So it would take 21,000 square miles. Now the real question is, how much money would that take, and how much environmental damage would you do, and how much land would you have to render useless for that amount of freaking solar panels? That's the real question. How many is that? You tell me. I have no idea. How much does it cost? Here, let's look up this. How much does one solar panel cost? And then you got to replace them every year or something, or not every year, every 7 years. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is where it gets confusing because I don't know if this is the exact type that they were talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not smart enough. You tell me. $1 million. 25 years. A solar panel takes more energy to produce than it can provide. That's what I've heard. That's what I keep hearing from. I would consider them somewhat reliable sources. Somebody tell me, hey, some of my solar energy gurus in here. I mean, I didn't know we had so many solar energy bulls in here. That's totally cool. I'm totally fine. I'm not necessarily a bear at all. But you tell me, the pan here. Let me go back here. When they talk about this right here, for what kind? When they say 21,000 square miles of solar panels, what kind of solar panel and how much does that solar panel cost? Answer me that right now, please. You guys are trying to convert me into solar energy bull. You're gonna have to give me a lot of evidence, but I'm definitely listening. Energy needs to go up as time. I don't know. Okay, I haven't done the research on the solar energy a lot. I mean, I've done not recently, so I did the math, Brandon. Not practical on a large scale. Cody, how much does it cost? I bought my BNGO today. Let's go. Me too. I bought 50, I think 51 shares today. 51 shares at 564. Almost all of those were bought at 564 and 563. An LG 350 watt panel would cost the average consumer like $750. It would cost the government probably $75. Is that what they would do? My friend, is that what they would do though? See, this is why this is so sketchy. Like, and what is this source even? This is a .com here. What kind of solar panel? We would probably only need about 10,000 square miles. Okay, here you wait. No. What kind of solar panel? There's different kinds, right? You take a fairly small corner. It costs way more money to do this, doesn't it? There is only one. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know because look at this. I didn't know because look at this. 150 to 300 watt solar panel, right? It depends on what kind of specification it is. I think I don't know. So 112 to 450. So how much? So here's a real question. How much money does it take to cover 21,000 square miles worth of? How many solar panels and how much money does it take to cover that land with, if that makes sense? $10 per square feet per square foot of basic solar panel. 21,000 miles would mean just over $1 trillion. That is before installation costs and cost of land. This is also assuming the solar panels are basic solar panels you can use on your house. So over $1 trillion. What would it really be though? Because we know they're not just going to have 21,000 square miles like that, right? But I understand why you're conservative. But this is interesting. This is very interesting. That's just the installation. Imagine the nightmare to maintain those panels, Brandon. Yeah. What about the replacing? Right. How many years you got to replace? I'm hearing 7. I'm hearing 25. We're gonna end it here pretty soon. We're gonna end it here within 9 minutes. This is getting outrageous at this point. We'll continue this debate. This nuclear and solar energy, whatever the hell you call this consolidation of topics, whatever you call this. We'll continue this tomorrow. I'm sure because you guys seem to like it. Okay, so what's all the upkeep though? You have to clear a ton of nature. A ton of fucking nature. You got to clear, all the people that say, why are we tearing down the rainforest? It's the same exact people want to do the same thing with this idea. Maybe, I'm not sure, right? You tell me if I'm wrong. You got to clear that. That costs money. Then you got to install them. That's over $1 trillion, right? That's probably, you said that's conservative math, so maybe it's higher than that. Then you got to do the upkeep. You got to replace them. Like literally, legitimately, you got to pay $1 trillion every single, 7 years, 25 years? Somebody give me none? You don't have to replace them ever. They're just good forever. I don't think that's true. I don't know, though. I don't know. That's the amount of U.S. debt to China. There's nothing in the desert, Lowell. There's wildlife in the desert. There's a small amount of wildlife that you'd have to clear, isn't there? There's some wildlife out there, but yeah, I get what you mean. It's not like you're clearing the Amazon, right? 25 years. Okay. Maintenance none required. Clean them essentially low. Okay, that doesn't sound as bad as I thought it did. That didn't sound as bad as I thought it did. I got to be honest with you. But I mean, are we missing something? I don't know. Cody Brett, you tell me if I'm missing something. Is this source even true though? Because I thought solar energy. There's got to be something that I'm missing here. Because why the hell does solar energy only power 1% of the world right now, or 5%, whatever the hell it is? This cannot make sense. There's been trillions of dollars already poured into solar. There's got to be something we're missing here. There's no way it's not. I feel like this is too good to be true at this point. If you place those panels in the desert, one sandstorm would probably destroy all the efforts. Well, that'd be funny, right? All the people get them in there. It's like, okay, we're good, and then the sandstorm comes in, kills them all, and destroys all the panels. That'd be funny. Must be true. It's on the internet. Where's Thrash to tell us solar sucks? Elon Musk. Also, it's a flat desert out there. It's almost nothing in the desert. Not a joke, man. Brandon, read what I said, lol. Also, guys, I don't know if it's possible to make those solar panels because they require rare earth minerals to make the panels. Also, imagine the coal burnt to make those panels. Oh, yes, that's the problem. Oh, that's the thing. That's what we're forgetting, right? To make all the new clean energy people, all of the people that are like a few years younger than me, all of that generation, they're fine with they're fine with mining into the earth, way down deep in the earth to get the materials for it. And then wait, so let's get this straight. You don't have to replace it ever? You don't have to replace solar panels ever. They're just good forever. Okay. 25 years. Okay, 25 years was Sir Breezy is saying. I don't know. Here, let me look that up. So this is probably a better source than you, random people. How many years to replace a solar panel, if any? Let's see. Whoa! Holy crap. 200 years. See, this is making, well, but you save half the money and energy in 1 year. All right, we're gonna have to continue this debate again. Make a nuclear here. I'll tell you what. All right, I'll make a nuclear energy. Here we go. Nuclear energy stocks. I'll just leave it as nuclear energy. It's implied that it's stocks as well, right? Whatever. There we go. Move this one up to there. Yep. All right. That's in the Discord, by the way. The net effect is supposed to be more emissions than the benefit gained. There's nothing wrong with coal if we just use the concept of 1940s British farmers. Jesus, there's too many descending sources. There's too many descending sources, man. Thorium is better. Thorium is better. No way. When you save half the energy in 1 year, it's way easier on the planet. Also, you guys have to have an understanding of how the solar grids in the United States works. There are 3 of them. If all the panels are in New Mexico, we can only power the West Coast due to location. Dude, I thought solar energy was just a complete. I thought it was, to be honest with you, right? No offense, but I thought solar energy was a complete joke. To be honest with you, that's what I thought prior to this. Now I see that there are at least some legit advantages to it. It looks like I still don't believe this is true, but I don't know. This is exactly the opposite of what I thought was true before. Anyways, all right, let's get out of here though. Yeah, but we'll continue this debate. Maybe I'll do some research on this later, but. Yeah, and why is my phone still not working? I'm still having to use this shitty camera. Come on. All right, thank y'all so much. Let's get out of here. But politically, it won't happen in America for a very long time. Yeah, that might be true. That might be very much true. You might get it as far as Las Vegas, but your lights won't be dim in Cali. All right, man. There's so many different thoughts here. But yeah, we'll talk about the nuclear energy. I'll tell you what. One of these days, maybe on the weekend, or maybe tomorrow at the close. I don't know what the hell. We'll do one stream where it's just nuclear energy, solar energy debate, whatever it's going to be. It'll be a fun time. All right, so thank y'all so much, man. This is not financial advice. I will see y'all in the next one.